Hi, my name is Dr. Daniel Markmann from Metamorphosis Plastic Surgery. You may have been watching our TV show for the past couple of years, which we greatly appreciate the patients who've been involved and the people out there watching.
I am the office manager here. My job as office manager is to ensure that things are running smoothly. Our patients come in for their consults, they see Dr. Markmann, then they go see the patient coordinator.
My name is Kristen Foster. I am a registered nurse and I am one of the injectors here. I'm also a laser specialist and I also perform PDO threadless.
I'm Sajine. I'm a physician assistant here at Metamorphosis Plastic Surgery. And so a lot of what I do, I actually assist Dr. Markmann in a lot of his surgical cases, and I see a lot of the preoperative and postoperative cases here as well. And when I'm not doing
Hi, I'm Tanika Jennings. I'm the massage therapist here for Metamorphosis. I have been a massage therapist for 6.5 years, and I love doing what I do. I love meeting new people. I love the staff.
Hi, my name is Sean. I am the marketing director here at Metamorphosis Plastic Surgery in Med Spa. I've been here for about a year now. It's an excellent place to work for. I handle all the social media.
Hi, I'm Elena and I'm an aesthetic injector here and I really like my job. I really like making patients feel good about themselves on the inside and out. And I've been working here for about 10 months.
My name is Holly. I am Dr. Markmann's or one of Dr. Markmann's patient coordinators. I help patients get through the surgical process. If they have any questions, I answer all their questions.
Hi, I'm Wengo Guksa. I am a receptionist here at Metamorphosis. I think that, I'm one of the first people that people see when they first come in. It's great to greet people and, to welcome them.
What is a mommy makeover? This surgery combines multiple procedures including fat removal, skin lifting, and tightening for the breasts and abdomen using techniques designed to correct the physical effects of childbearing. Candidates for this surgery are women who cannot achieve their pre-pregnancy physique with diet and exercise alone. Simply put, they are not able to fix certain body parts on their own. This procedure is tailored for each patient but commonly involves the breasts, abdomen, and often the vaginal region.
I'm Dr. Daniel Markmann. I'm a board-certified plastic surgeon here at Metamorphosis Plastic Surgery. Thank you for tuning into our show. Glad you're with us today. We try to make the show about our patients just to get the word out there about real patients doing real surgeries, doing it safely, and getting beautiful results. So thank you for watching, and hopefully we'll see you in person.
My name is Kara Dunn, and I am here to see Dr. Markmann for a breast lift and augmentation. So I actually have wanted to get my breasts done since high school. I've always had volume, but it's never been what I wanted. I had 3 kids, so I'm married and have 3 kids. I have a 3-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 6-month-old, and breastfed all of them. And now definitely lack that volume and just really want my perfect breasts and just look amazing and feel confident, and so I'm back.
Until after the flash. All right, that's it.
And then this will give me a good idea of the outcome.
Yes.
There we go.
Awesome.
Cool.
All right, so next we're gonna go see Kara. So Kara is a friend of ours here at the office. So Kara has her own business on the side where she does boudoir photos. She does before and after photos for our patients, as well as boudoir photo shoots for them. So she recently had surgery. I did surgery on her about 2 weeks ago now. So we did breast implants and a breast lift. So we're gonna go check her out and see how she's doing.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. So you're 2 weeks now, correct?
2 weeks, 2.5.
2.5 weeks?
Yeah.
Okay. Shape looks beautiful. Definitely starting to come down a little bit.
Oh yeah.
So You're set out here. I don't feel anything bad there. I don't feel any hematomas or any fluid or anything bad, so that's all good. Implant position, perfect.
Yeah, I was like, they're both, this one has dropped substantially in the last week. I've really been like massaging it, like you were saying to do, like hardcore.
Again, the implants are both exactly where they belong, so main thing is just keep them there.
Okay.
So at 2 weeks is when we have you start doing a little more motion at the shoulder.
Yeah, I've been doing the stretches and the door frame that you were saying.
Yeah, so 2 weeks up to here, and then 3 weeks overhead. So
that'll be rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little tight and stiff.
A little tight, yeah.
So right now, the exercise I want you to do is what you've been doing, I think, is hold onto a door frame and just turn as hard as you can. As of 3 weeks, which is next Monday?
Tuesday.
So as of next Tuesday, I want you to put your hand on the wall and try to get your armpit up towards the wall as close as you can get. Okay. All right. So we'll see you back in, again, 2 weeks. It's great. If anything comes up in the meantime that bothers you, call me, come in sooner if you need to, but it's perfect.
Awesome.
That little bit of drainage is nothing to worry about.
Awesome.
All right.
Hi, I'm Kara Dunn, and this is my husband, Steven. We own Midnight Sun Boudoir, which is located right outside of York, Pennsylvania, about 45 minutes to an hour from Dr. Markmann's practice. We offer luxury boudoir services, so we take care of you from the moment you book all the way through the very end with luxury products and professional hair and makeup and all that encompasses that. We offer exclusive pricing to all of Dr. Markmann's patients here at Metamorphosis Plastic Surgery and Med Spa. We recently were voted Best of Boudoir in 2022, but also was awarded the same thing in 2021. For being one of Dr. Markmann's patients, we give you 50% off of our session fee as well as 20% off of collections. And this would be a pamphlet that you would be given if you come in for a consult for surgery with Dr. Markmann. And at the bottom, it gives you a little discount code, but great testimonials. So this is something you'd be able to walk away with to bring home. We also have this featured at the front desk here. And with that, again, is a discount card. So if you do come in to Dr. Markmann's practice and are thinking about booking a luxury boudoir session for yourself, make sure you snag one of these discount cards with all the information.
Thank you. Okay, so next we're going to go see Dale. Dale is a woman who's here for a consultation for a BBL. So BBL means liposuction around the waistline. Some people add on thighs, arms, back, whatever else you want to add on. What we're doing is we're actually taking out fat cells. So we remove the fat cells from where you don't want them and transplant them to your buttocks. The nice thing is you don't make new fat cells. So wherever we take them from, they are gone forever. So this is the way of getting that carving, sculpting, beautiful hourglass silhouette, as well as getting some fullness of your buttocks, filling in hip dips, give you more projection, whatever you're looking for. So we're going to go check out Dale and see exactly what she needs.
I am Dale Walker. I have a lipoma in my back. I don't know how it got there, but I have a lipoma in my back and maybe some lipo and a tummy tuck. Well, the lipoma I have to get removed, and no particular reason, just kind of want to even out the skin and get some saggy skin gone. It's the new year, 2023, I was like, I'm going to do this. I mean, his reviews are great. I know some people that have had procedures by him and they just speak highly of Dr. Markmann. I mean, he's great. He takes his time. He doesn't rush the appointment. He answers all of the questions. He just makes you feel comfortable with everything. I mean, it's surgery and it's not a little surgery. So, you know, I could tell that he has really good bedside manners.
Hello, my name is Yewande. I am 25 years old and I live in the DC, Baltimore area. So I have recently done a breast lift, brachioplasty, and an upper body lift. So I used to weigh over 424 pounds and then I recently got down to 215 to 220 with weight fluctuating, and so I had a lot of excess skin from the weight loss. Peak pandemic. In 2020, I just got accepted into my master's program here in the area for biochemistry. And since I was tackling that degree, it was kind of hard for me and we were at home. I thought in my spare time, let me just tackle one more thing that was hard for me, which was my weight. It's actually my cousin. So she is a nurse at GW, and she heard a lot about Dr. Markmann, and she recommended me to him after looking at a couple of plastic surgeons in the area and me having a bad experience with the last plastic surgeon I had seen. He's very welcoming, very friendly. He does not make you feel intimidated. Coming in for my first appointment, he honestly was great. Very open, very friendly. Didn't make me feel intimidated at all. I called in, got an appointment 2 weeks after my call. I didn't say what I needed to do. He took a look at my body and he explained to me what he would recommend me to do. And for my previous surgery, I had an abdominoplasty, and there's this thing called dog ears on the side of your love handles that happen, and he told me that the upper body lift could fix that, and so I took that recommendation to do as well. If you're feeling uncomfortable, then come in. It definitely does boost your confidence 100%. I was pretty confident before getting the surgery, but you know, you have a couple insecurities when you're wearing your clothes, they're not fitting right, or like certain rolls or excess skin coming out your clothes, and that's what pushed me to come in. So if you're feeling uncomfortable with your body, or if you don't like something and it's bothering you, I say come in. I feel great. My confidence has gone up a bit, yes. I would do it all over again if I could. Hi to my family and hi to my best friends. They know who they are. Love you guys so much, and thank you for supporting me from losing weight till now.
Okay. So next we're gonna go see Yawanda. Yawanda's a 22-year-old woman who lost about 125 pounds. So she had bariatric surgery, lost a ton of weight, and has lots of loose skin. So she came in with complaints of sagging skin on her arms, drooping of her breasts, excess skin of the underarms sagging on the sides. So what we did was called a brachioplasty. So brachioplasty is a surgery where we take out excess skin on the arms. So if you got a lot of loose skin, it leaves your scar from here to here. Getting rid of all that saggy loose skin is great. People love it. The trade-off is a scar. So if it's only a little bit of skin, it's not worth the scar. We did a breast lift on her to get her breasts back up where they belong. And we did what's called an axilloplasty. Axilloplasty is where some people after losing weight have these rolls under their armpit. So we pull all that skin back up as well. So we're gonna go check her out. She's a couple weeks post-op now, so we're gonna go see how she's doing. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm doing well. How's everything coming along?
Everything's good.
Doing all right?
Yeah, just the left side. It's a bit tender.
A little tender on the left underarm area?
Yeah.
Okay. So the most common issue with doing the brachioplasty and the underarm scar is where those scars come together, is what we call the T-point. So you have a scar this way, so those corners sometimes, that's where the worst blood supply is, that's where they tend to open up sometimes, where the most tension is. So that's an area that tends to break down sometimes. Usually it just heals back over on its own. We don't need to do any surgery or anything. It just takes a little bit of time with changing bandages. And the most important thing of all is nutrition. So you gotta eat well.
Okay.
Lots of calories, lots of protein. Want to minimize repetitive motions. You should be able to reach for things at this point. You're 4 weeks, I think now, is that correct?
4 weeks.
So you should be able to reach for things up to 90 degrees at this point should be okay. At the shoulder, 90 degrees. I would not go above that yet until things are totally healed over. Okay. Any concerns besides that spot?
Oh, everything's been good so far.
Good. Breasts looking okay, feeling okay?
Yeah.
Good. And we did the back scar as well. So we also did what's called an upper body lift. I didn't mention that up there. So we also did an upper body lift. Upper body lift surgery is for people, again, who've lost a lot of weight and have rolls in their back. So upper body lift is a scar we try to put right under your bra strap and pull all that loose skin up and remove all that loose skin. So that was another thing we've done, I forgot to mention. So we're going to check everything out, make sure everything's healing well. And then, again, we want you to start to do a little stretching, not too high, but definitely a little more range of motion with the shoulder to try to be sure things don't contract and keep your arm stuck down. Okay? Any questions for me?
90 degrees.
Sorry.
If I can go more than 90 degrees, should I push it or?
I think on this side, it had that opening. So I think, again, since it's open, stretching should be fine. Okay. The other side, again, we took out a staple there recently so that there's a little tenuous there because you got a couple little teeny tiny openings. I don't want you to stretch them open anymore. So let's give that another week. We'll check things out about next week on that side. But this side, you should be able to definitely work a little bit higher each day.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Anila. I am an influencer and I am with Metamorphosis Plastic Surgery to get a rhinoplasty done. and I'm super excited. I've wanted it done for like 10 years. I've always done other things on my face, like fillers and stuff, to kind of balance out my facial symmetry. So I feel like getting a rhinoplasty would kind of help me achieve like the look that I've always wanted to without doing too much everywhere else. Yeah, so my nose has been my biggest insecurity, especially because I'm always taking pictures. I am my worst critic times 10 for that reason. So I guess I just want to change a couple things. I want it to be more defined, a little bit more cinched in, and from my profile view, I just want it to be a little less on my nostrils and stuff, so when I smile it doesn't spread out as much, if that makes sense, if I'm getting into like the specifics. But yes, so overall I just want to achieve that look and, you know, have everything else tie together. As a beauty influencer, or just, you know, for myself, I'm really excited to get this procedure done. So the moment that I was like, I'm gonna do this was probably a couple months ago. I put it off long enough and I saw the opportunity. I was like, you know, I wanted this, I've, you know, saved for it, everything kind of is aligning. So why put it off any longer? I have, you know, things coming up in my life and I want to feel my most confident, my best, so I definitely don't want to put it off any longer, and I just want to go for it, and I don't think I'm even scared anymore. I'm just so excited. I think this practice is awesome. Everybody's super welcoming. They answer all my questions without me even asking them, so they're super informative. And yeah, everybody is like pretty, like, I guess, understanding of what I want to when I come in, and I'm like, oh, I would like more symmetry in my face, or I'd like things to be a little bit more chiseled here, like stuff like that. Everybody's different, everybody wants different results, and I think they really cater to that, and they don't just have like a one-size-fits-all solution for everybody. Botox or facial or something like that, I would suggest them like going and checking out my highlights, because I kind of show like a step-by-step of what they've done for me. So if they want that specific service, they can kind of go and have an idea of what that entails of, and go from there, or they could reach out to me and just ask me, and I will honestly just tell them my experience, and it's been great over here. So social media handle on Instagram is @team_Aneela, so TEAM_ANEELA. So yeah, I'm super excited to work with Dr. Markmann.
All right, so next we're gonna go see Aneela. Aneela's a young girl who is interested in doing a rhinoplasty. So rhinoplasty is commonly known as a nose job. So basically what we typically do is try to meet their goals, first of all. So there's no one right nose for anybody, it's a matter of what they want. And there's lots of different things we do. Sometimes we lower the bone part up here, sometimes we narrow it, sometimes we narrow the nostrils, sometimes we, narrow the tip, sometimes we narrow the nostrils. So some people want a little bit of everything, so we're gonna go talk to her and see exactly what she wants to do. So let's go meet Aneela.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, doing good.
Good to see you again.
Of course, as always.
So you're getting ready for your big surgery, a little surgery?
Yes, I'm super excited. I've wanted it for so long.
Good.
For like 10 years. So I'm excited.
That's what most people do. Most people wait and wait and wait, and once they find it, they're like, oh my God, I wish I'd done this years
I know.
ago.
I'm like,
So.
I wish it was tomorrow. Yeah.
Well, it's not too far away.
Yeah.
All right, so we're doing your nose, correct?
Uh-huh.
So we talked about a couple of different things last time as far as what you wanted.
Yes.
Let's go through that again today. So
Sure.
this mirror and show me what you want to do again.
Okay. So basically I would like a more defined bridge, like over here.
Okay.
I would want it more cinched in.
Uh-huh.
And then I would like to bring in my nostrils, just kind of shorten them.
Okay.
And then just lift my tip up slightly.
Good.
So what do you think?
I agree. So your bone here, your nasal dorsum, or your bridge, people call it.
Mm-hmm.
Some people got a big bump. You don't have a bump this way, but you're a little wide right there.
Mm-hmm.
You see a little tiny bump on each side here.
Right.
So shave that down,
Mm-hmm.
and then we actually cut your bones and bring them together a little closer.
Okay.
So it's all done through the inside of your nose, but we cut your bone along here.
Mm-hmm.
We shave this down, and then we bring them together. So it's going to give you a more narrow, bony part of your nose.
Mm-hmm.
This part here is all cartilage. So you're a little bigger here than you are here, so we try to size that down and probably bring them both together just a little more narrow here like that to match this. So you don't want to be narrow here and full here. Most people have more of a delicate, petite little nose here. And then your nostrils, you mentioned. So we do what's called weir excisions, which is a scar in the crease. It fades away to nothing. I've never seen anybody have a problem with that scar. We just take out a little bit of your nostril here and sew it straight down. So that makes your nostrils a little less flaring,
Okay.
a little straighter. And I think you at one point mentioned you wanted to bring this up a little bit.
Yes.
So we can do that, but I wouldn't bring it up too much because when you look from the side of somebody's nose, you should definitely see that. If you don't see that, it looks really strange. So you don't want that. So all the surgery we do through a little V-shaped scar under here. Everything else is inside except for the scar in the crease. Nose looks pretty symmetric otherwise. Nostrils are never exactly the same, but this definitely helps to just make everything a little more narrow, give you a little more delicate of a tip, and a nasal bridge to match.
Perfect.
Okay?
Sounds good.
Sound good? Surgery takes about 2.5 hours, 2.5 to 3 hours for including this part here. You're going to wake up with a splint on the outside, just a little plastic thing that sticks to your skin to hold the bones together. And we actually put splints inside as well. In the old days, we used to pack noses with gauze, and it was absolutely horrible. It was like the most uncomfortable thing you'd ever go through because you could not breathe at all through your nose. So nowadays we use splints. It's a little silicone piece about this big that goes in your nose, holds everything together this way, and helps to hold your bones out a little bit so you won't squash your bones in too tight.
That's interesting.
And the nice thing is it's got a little tube in there you can breathe through. So no more packing noses. I don't know if anyone does that anymore, but yeah, much more comfortable for recovery. Most people take off about 2 weeks for this, just because the splint on the outside stays on for 2 weeks. After the patient's back to work in a week, you're going to be black and blue here. So anytime you do anything with your bones, everybody gets black and blue here. That could be gone in a week, could take 2, 3, 4 weeks, depends on how badly you bruise. But once the splints are out of the inside, which is about the first week, you feel so much better. You can go back and do whatever you want to do. Nothing strenuous, no exercise, but go back to work or whatever's fine.
Sounds good to me.
Okay? All right. The only things I recommend for recovery with noses, don't lay flat. Stay propped on a bunch of pillows about a 45-degree angle. For minimizing bleeding and bruising, no Motrin, no Advil, no Aleve, none of the ibuprofens or naproxens, no aspirin, vitamin E and fish oil. All those things make you bleed and bruise more. So you want to avoid all those things. We also do a couple things to help minimize the bleeding and bruising, which is arnica montana and bromelain. So arnica montana and bromelain are 2 herbal remedies that definitely minimize your bruising. So I would recommend you do those 2. All right.
Sounds good. Noted.
Any other questions for me?
No.
No?
You covered everything.
Okay. Very good. So we'll be taping your surgery that day as well, so you get to see your surgery afterwards, which is kind of fun.
Yeah.
And any questions come up in the meantime, call me.
Okay.
We're going to meet with Holly next and go through all the rest of the details.
Perfect.
Okay?
Yeah, awesome.
All right,
Thank you.
very good. Picture this, a woman who's been married for 30, 35 years. She's raised 2, 3, 4, 5 children. And then one day her husband comes home and says, "Honey, I'm sorry, we're getting divorced. I found a younger version of you." So it's very devastating to a lot of women at that point. A lot of times the husband's been the money maker for the relationship, for the family, and she's left alone. And looking to start over again is kind of a tough thing for them as well. The plans for the VIP Plus is to make the overall makeover a pleasant experience. Again, helping them along with whatever their major concerns are, either physically, emotionally, psychologically, getting back in physical shape, which is going to be beneficial for their health as well. Just give them a whole new start on life, just feeling better, looking better, and giving them their confidence again. You get them psychologists, nutritionists, personal trainer, a life coach, a personal shopper, and then eventually when they're feeling ready, get them back in the dating scene with a one-on-one date for lunch. So in my practice, we see a lot of women come in who have had children, and it definitely takes a major toll on their body. So we do a lot for helping them physically to get back to the body they used to have. Many women who have gotten divorced, they can be married for 30, 35 years, had several children, and then all of a sudden their husband leaves them. They're kind of left empty, depressed, and what we want to do is kind of make them feel better, look better, and give them a second chance to start over again. So these women have devoted the first half of their life to raising children and taking care of their husband. So this is their turn to start their second half of their life. It's all about them at this point. We want to make this a more happier life for them, more fulfilled, reach their dreams, and definitely improve their self-esteem. So Metamorphosis VIP Plus is a program we're starting here in Maryland. We do draw for patients all across the country, so we're hoping eventually to syndicate this across the country. Have other doctors get involved and just have it spread and help all these women who definitely are feeling a little down and depressed. So this is a luxury package to get you a new start on life. So please call us for a free consultation. We'll give you all the details and tell you how to go about getting started. So if you're a mother out there who's raised a few children or a woman who's recently got divorced, you got to tune into our show. This can really majorly change your life.
Watch our show each week to hear the stories of people who were lost later in life, found, and went through a metamorphosis with VIP Plus.